Oliver Pichwan Luthier here, and what we're going to do today is cut the dovetail joint, the female portion of the dovetail joint in the body of this ukulele. And we've already done it. I've already done it on the neck, and I wanted to show you. These are templates that I've made myself, and it's a piece of 1/4-inch plexiglass that is then laid out and cut in this pattern for the router. And the router is a dovetail bit, and it has a bearing, like a ball bearing, towards the base that rides on this portion of the plexiglass, and then the bit goes down and cuts the joint. So we've cut this dovetail joint here on the neck, and you can see the reason I have this going around the side like that is so that I can clamp this onto the neck like this, and I have a line so I can mark the center line of where I want it to be, and I clamp that on, put the whole thing in the vise, and then I can run my router through here, and the router cuts the dovetail the way it wants. You can make your own templates if you want, or you can actually get them from someplace like Stumac. But anyway, this is the template for cutting the male portion of the dovetail on the end of the neck. Now we're going to cut the dovetail, the female portion of the dovetail, on the body. And so what I've done is I have made another template here, as you can see, that has the same thing, except the router will ride in this slot, and I have it clamped onto the body of the ukulele here. And so we're going to run the router through there, and I've marked a center line that marks this, and I put a square on top of my template, so that I can then make sure that I have it lined up with that center line of the jig. So the jig and the instrument are perfectly lined up. So now we're going to cut that dovetail with the router. I'll turn the camera down. I have to be careful that I don't turn the camera off. I did that the other day and lost my video. So anyway, I have my old Rockwell router that I've had for 50 years. They just don't make them like this anymore. It has the original brushes in it. It's been steady and strong for 50 years. And you can see the bit that's in there. It's a dovetail bit, and it has that bearing right down there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I think you can. That rides on the plastic. And I have the depth set so that it's the same for both the body and the neck. So we're going to do this. Okay, the reason I had this piece of plywood here was to keep all the shavings from the router flying all over the side of my bench there, messing up my bench. And as you can see, we have this cut now so that it's going to be pretty much just perfect. And you can see how it just cuts a nice thing. One thing you want to be careful when you first start to do this is cutting through your bindings. You want to go very slow and easy on those because they're brittle. The ebony in this case is quite brittle, and I just want to make sure I don't chunk it out. So we'll take it out of the clamps and out of the jig, and I'll show you what that looks like. So there it is, and you can see that's the dovetail joint. We're going to have to clean it up a little bit, square the bottom of it, and as I usually do, make these joints so that they're tighter than I'd like initially, not just perfect right off the bat. This I have to trim this off because I don't have the dovetail running all the way to the bottom of the instrument. I don't want it showing down there. I'm going to have to step this back, put a shoulder on that dovetail so that it'll sit in there like that. But that's going to sit in there really nice. So anyway, that's how you cut the dovetails on the neck and the body. I hope you've enjoyed this. If it's been useful to you, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and if you would like for me to make you a ukulele, you can leave a comment below or contact me on my website, which is www.oliverpichonluthier.com. Thank you.